What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and now I'm going to be breaking down something for you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of you guys have been falling for the EA trick. I'm guilty of it as well. We're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that I just recently did, and I'm going to give you guys some insight into kind of figuring out what you should be doing right now, because based on what EA is doing, making the game pay to play and doing all these other weird things, you're going to have some issues that you're going to have to, figure out how you want to work it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and start off with this. This is what I decided to do yesterday once I figured out that the game is absolute garbage. All right, I raid sold all of the more expensive collector edition players. Richard Sherman. Okay, Gmia, why would you do that? Because Richard Sherman did not make one play that was different from any other player that I had at that position. In fact, Jeremy Chin actually plays better than him when I put him at corner. That's a fact. That's just like outright, yo, dude, put him out there. Jeremy Chin makes plays. Okay. Now, the next thing is this. They gave him unstoppable universal coverage, but if somebody doesn't throw at him continuously, he's not going to ever activate in the game. All right. And I tested him out. I gave him like a long tryout. He was there for about, I would say, 10 games. He had to go. Marshall Faulk, at no point did I like his card. I absolutely, just despised him and hated the way that he moved, but I kept him because I was thinking about the chemistry of the cover athletes, right? I'm like, once we get to a certain amount, we're going to get that +1 speed, okay? Let me tell you the way that we're going to be playing Madden, though, going forward. We know that Calvin Johnson is going to get a cover athlete, right? And we know he's going to be super duper expensive, right? We know that EA Sports at this time right now has not provided a coin option for the packs for cover athletes, but they did for the Monday mix-up, which means based on the way that the community has been reacting to what they're doing with their money-hungry schemes, they may offer other options of getting these cards. One thing I want to ask you guys, though, do you guys realize that they took away every option for us to get these cards? Now, the training rerolls, it was still making them money, but it wasn't making them enough. And they took that out and gave us mystery packs and straight garbage, right? So they took away a lot of the options for us to get limiteds. That's what the community is very upset about. People don't really understand when you look at overall what's happening, the way that they're destroying the overall community itself because they're so out of touch with it. They've taken away everything that people like to do. The weekend league, the grind, everything about it is gone, and they've replaced it with like really, really trash field passes and all other type of garbage. So we have to know exactly what we need to do to enjoy whatever is left of the game. All right. So this is why I did it. I'm going to show you guys why I did it and what I did afterwards. Also, Sean Taylor is absolutely dog dookie, and I've raid sold him twice. All right. Now let's go ahead and jump into what I did with the squad. All right. I'm going to break down a few things. All right. Number one, I chose a theme team. All right. Why did you choose a theme team? This is why I chose a theme team. They add specific boosts that can help your squad in different ways, and it costs less to do it this way, right? Because you're getting a boost of speed without having to spend for the player. For instance, K9, instead of spending 600K for Bajan Mustard, I spent 175 for him, and because he's a Seattle Seahawk, he's the same speed stock as Bijan with the 93. And he actually moves a lot better than when I first used him before. Very, very small at 5'9", and he moves pretty suitable. So I'm getting that same card for less, just utilizing a theme team. All right? Jimmy Graham. Instead of worrying about Parham, I got a much faster card that I can utilize in many different ways, and he gets tight end apprentice. And guess what? 93 speed and a 93 Excel. Excel being very, very important because obviously the get off when they start their route is a lot more important than anything else in the game. All right, so I just saved myself having to spend and do a most feared theme team and all that crap to boost Parham by just using Jimmy Graham and having an actual theme team to boost his speed that makes him a top premier wide receiver and tight end. Because remember, that's the speed of Jerry Rice. Now, would it make sense for me to get Jerry Rice also? No, because I don't utilize Jerry Rice in the ways that other people that run bunch and stuff like that does. So it doesn't matter. Next, Greg Olson. I've made him better. He's now a 91 speed. I got a cheaper version of the actual collector of the actual cover athlete in Grunk, because even though he's only a 91 speed, he's a better run blocker than the other tight ends that I had. So when I come out in certain run sets, I have a better run blocker, and he's still 91 speed, which is still faster than Parham, just a little bit shorter. But will he go up and moss you? Absolutely yes. All right. So you start to see that the Richard Sherman that went for 3 million coins I was able to evaluate, and I'm only showing you the offense right now. We're going to go over to the defensive side of the ball, but look what I was able to do to my offense by getting rid of the running back. I replaced Falk because I'm not worried about the cover athlete chemistry anymore and trying to get to 20 and do all that stuff. I'm not doing that. I will only do the cards that make sense and put them on my squad and then use a theme team to counteract the specific theme team for the cover athletes. Although you can double up the XP. Well, not the XP, the actual chemistry by having both a theme team and a cover athlete. I'll just stick with the way I'm doing it now because EA is making it way too expensive to keep up every week with the promo, and giving us limited ways to get to to get the cards is just criminal. All right. So now we jump on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, Richard Sherman was faster. He had all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He had the 0 AP universal unstoppable coverage, all that garbage, right? But guess what? We got a free Tariq Woolen. Okay. He gets a boosted speed. He gets deep out zone KO, which is the best defensive ability in the game. All right. And then he's a 93 speed with a 92 excel, and he's 6'4". So we have a corner that played for the same team. That's a free card that we now have for free, right? You get rid of Richard Sherman, you use this guy. Although I hated him, I got him back because look, you know what? I'm running deep out zone KO, throw it right at me. If I knock it out, I knock it out. If I don't, it is what it is. Then what do we do next? Like I told you guys before, Jeremy Chin plays so good, okay? With deep out zone KO, he covers the other side of the field, 92 speed, 90 excel, a 6'3" corner. But although he's free safety, he plays that for us very, very well, okay? Now, that takes care of the outside corners, who are our safeties. Ronnie Lott, no abilities, and then we rock Night Train on the other side, right? We open up everything else by having Ray Lewis, and we kept him, and we were lucky enough to pull Ray Lewis because I wouldn't have bought him for 3 million coins or 2 million or whatever the hell he was going for. So we were very, very lucky. You give this guy an X Factor instead of the actual lurk artist, and then you give one other player lurk artist, right? Now, everything seems to be a little bit different. Now you can go ahead and you can rock out and see, like, okay, what are we doing right now? Like you see what I'm saying? Like, what exactly are we doing to make our team play the way that we play? And then you start to look through it and you're like, okay, William Perry, he got the 2 AP inside stuff. You don't see him on my actual screen, but inside stuff actually opens up a lot more with your blitzes, especially when you don't send pressure. And it's something about it, and I didn't realize what they were doing because they went away from the way the players are with weight. So although he's like, let me go check his weight again. I forgot what his weight was, but he's a big man. You can see by his gut that he's ready to eat a sandwich right now. 335, so he's over 330, not super fast, but he clogs up the middle. But without the ability of inside stuff, it does not work the same. Inside stuff has become something that I would definitely recommend to everybody that plays this game, because I was noticing that when I'm under center and somebody doesn't send pressure and it's just a regular 3-man rush, I was getting insta-sacked. So I got a cheap William Perry, okay? I got a cheap Terminator and took his ability off because his starting ability is garbage. I got Myles Garrett for free from the comp pass, okay? And now, with everything the way I just set it up by using Jeremy Chin instead of Richard Sherman, and with my strategy cards, right, I boost my zone by having the zone strat card, Sean McDermott, and another in the zone in the hybrid, and then I have the Seahawks affinity. I now get everything back in the way that's suitable for me without spending all that money. So this is the way that we're going to proceed going forward. We're going to look at the cards that make sense. We don't need to be a full theme team. We're going to utilize however the cards are coming out, and we'll switch and go according to that plan. But the cover athletes, other than Calvin, I don't really care as much because I'm not going after the actual chemistry anymore, and I'm not going to play EA's game of just getting taken from the back every Sunday. And that's how we're going to play Madden 24 going forward. Let me know what you think about the new plan. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.